All been there, right? You have to introduce yourself. But what if that intro is more than just a list of facts? What if it's actually a carefully crafted story? Today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're breaking down one person's self-introduction to see the powerful story of ambition he tells about himself. So, the introduction we're digging into kicks off with this really core belief. You can almost think of it like a personal mission statement. This one sentence immediately frames his life not just as a bunch of random events, but as a deliberate journey of growth. All right, so who's the person behind this story? Meet Rehan Kabir. For this breakdown, we're going to look at his introduction through a really classic lens, the hero's journey. I mean, every great story needs a hero, and Rehan has basically cast himself in that very role. Every hero's got to start somewhere, right? For Rehan, that place is Netrokona, Bangladesh back in 2001. Fast forward to today, and he's a super shop attendant. This is what you'd call his ordinary world. You know, the starting line before the real adventure kicks off. But no hero just starts out of nowhere. They've always got a foundation, people and values that really shape who they are. So let's dive into the roots of Rehan's motivation and find out who the key players are in the first chapter of his story. So, he actually names his parents directly, Mr. M.D. Siddiqur Rahman and Mrs. Ruqayya Khatun. Now, this isn't just some random biographical detail. By putting their names out there, he's giving them credit and placing them right at the center of his story. They are the bedrock of his ambition. And listen to his own words here. He makes it so clear they aren't just background characters. Calling them his greatest source of inspiration and support really establishes the emotional core of his motivation. You see, every hero needs a why, a reason they do what they do. And for him, it's all rooted right here, with his family. Okay, so we've got our hero, and we've got his inspiration. But what good is a quest without the right tools? In the professional world, those tools are our skills and our personal qualities. So let's check out what's in Rehan's toolkit for this journey. Just take a look at the language he's using here. He doesn't just say hardworking. He says self-motivated, hard work person. Yeah, the phrasing might be a little different, but it totally paints a picture, doesn't it? Words like quick learner and focused and determinate, they aren't just buzzwords. They are the attributes he's chosen for himself. He's building a character for his story, and that character is someone who is capable and totally ready for a challenge. And this one's really interesting. He calls himself solution-focused. This is such a crucial skill, especially for someone in a customer-facing role like a super shop attendant. It shows he gets that the goal isn't just to point out problems, but to actively solve them. It's about being proactive, not just reactive. So you see how he's building his case here? In every hero's journey, there's this moment called the call to adventure, that point where the real goal becomes clear. We know his foundation, we know his skills. So the big question is, where is all this leading? And this is the turning point. He's laid out his past and his present skills. So where is this all going? What's the ultimate goal of his story? And boom, there it is. The call to adventure is so clear and so ambitious. Not just a new job, but an international career. This one phrase just elevated his story from something local to something global. It's a really bold declaration of what he wants. And I want you to notice how he frames this. It's not just some vague dream. He says he's ready to take the challenge. That choice of words is so important. It shows he sees himself as an active player in his own story, not some passive dreamer. He's ready for whatever comes next. Okay, this brings us to what is basically the climax of his whole introduction. This is that moment where the hero crosses the threshold from their ordinary world right into the adventure. He's laid all the groundwork, and now he makes his move. He just wraps everything up with this super simple but really powerful three-step argument. First, the passion. He wants to be a waiter. Second, the motivation. It's a medium of livelihood. And finally, the ask. He directly connects his passion and his need to this specific opportunity. It's just a clear, persuasive pitch. And if you look at it this way, his goal becomes crystal clear. See, his current job, that's his livelihood. But the job he wants, being a waiter, well, that's his livelihood and his passion. That one little word, passion, is the key. It shifts the entire narrative from just needing a job to chasing an aspiration. So what's the big takeaway from all this? Rehan's introduction isn't just a list of facts about his life. No, it's a strategic narrative. He's telling a story that's all designed to lead you to one single conclusion, that he is the right person for this opportunity. He's the hero, and he is ready for his next chapter. And of course, that brings it all back to you. We all tell stories about ourselves, whether it's in interviews, emails, or even just casual conversations. So take a second and think about your own introduction. What story are you telling? And maybe more importantly, what's your call to adventure?